Good morning. Good morning. Make sure I got my headphones on. Come on, Will. Come on. Good morning, man. Hey, I heard everybody's doing fine. Ask the Most High to cover you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. If you hear my voice right now, ask him to put a hedge of protection on you. Like my son said, a multitude of protection and your loved ones. All praises to the Most High. And you know we on this beat, do have, man. Be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion. Man, them three right there. Be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion. Man, you can just, man, you can break that down, man. That take hours to break that down. But if you really, when you break that down and get deep into that shit, man, your life, that's your life right there in the whole, man. Being valuable. Once you value solve problems. When you solve problems, you start becoming, or you start multiplying. The bigger the problem, the bigger the value, you become valuable. The bigger problem you solve, then you have dominion of your situation, of your life. And it just keep going. You keep doing that daily in, day out. You keep on planting. You keep on planting those seeds, man. But that's it. But hey, man, I heard, I was listening to Charles White. I'm always searching, man, because I come from a different era. I'm an old man, or whatever you want to call me, but I'm born in the 60s, and it's right at the end of 1968. I'm 57. Went through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, like for real, the 90s was, you know what I'm saying, but the 70s, the 80s and the 90s, you know, everybody, we had great times, and for us, it was like just wilding out. The best time for me was like growing up, you know what I'm saying, the 70s, 60s, 70s, is like being there with my grandmother and my grandfather. You know, my mom was gone, but she was living life, trying to go to school and raise, you know, going through stuff with my dad, and they living life. But I had a grandmother and a grandfather, had uncles and aunts around me. At the time at church, you know what I'm saying, had people around me that was guiding me. You know, my grandfather was blind, and, you know, we had to read the Bible. He was a preacher, you know, and he would make us read the Bible, and we thought we were reading the Bible to him, but he was pouring it to us. You know, he'll tell you where to go. You start reading, and, you know, he teach you how to read too, man, because he tell you reading is important. He teaching you how to read, and you get to that word, he be like, boy, that word don't say that. But anyway, he was pouring into us and giving us word. My grandmother pouring into us, whooping our butt, whooping our ass, but giving us love. Not things. Because we ain't had no things, man. You know, she might pop us a nickel, a quarter, you know what I'm saying? Back then, I was telling my kids about a story like one of my cousins had took some money, and my grandmother was asking, she asked for 2 bits, you know, and the 2 bits like 50 cents. And that 50 cents, man, about 11 of us. My cousin took us all to the store. We didn't know. He took us all to the store, man, and we had all kind of candy and shit. I was telling my kids about that, man. But, you know, he got his ass beat. But anyway, my grandmother used to tell me, if you lie, you steal, you'll kill. If you lie, you steal, you'll kill. I believe those words, you know what I'm saying? And then my cousin got his broken apart, you know what I'm saying, for lying, for stealing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, it was like, It was hard for me to tell lies, man. It was hard for me to be honest, you know what I'm saying? And reinforce it. I mean, one time somebody did something. The guy had the same name as me, first name. My mama's school teacher. My mama, they called her and told her, you know, I was a kid fighting all the time. But this time my mama called and my mama like, oh, I'm about to beat you, boy. I'm telling you. And I was telling her, nah, Mom, I ain't do that. I ain't do that, man. That wasn't me. What are you talking about? I ain't doing no stuff like that. You got the wrong person. Mama said, boy, you lying to me too? And man, my grandmother stepped in. It was at our house. He said, hey, Reed, nah, you ain't gonna touch him. Keith ain't lying. Keith don't lie. I asked him. He told me he didn't do it. He ain't never lied to me. You better go investigate that, but you better not touch him. But you better go investigate that. And she did. She found out with somebody else. I ain't gonna say his name, but we had the same name and what it did. But that's what I ain't practiced that. But the point I'm saying, like, teaching, man. Teaching, you know, that community for real. But we went through some tough times, man. The crack era, you know what I'm saying? Rise, all that racism. But in our little bubble in Louisiana, man, it was that. But when I came to Texas, I moved to Texas, man, stay with my dad. It's a whole different thing. Whole different way of life. That word latchkey kids being in the house while your mom and them go to work because they had to work 2 jobs or, man, they going through it, drinking, man, they put in a certain spots. Maybe we had the red line that you had to live all together, don't care how much money. Yeah, man, it was serious. I've been around Louisiana and some gangsters for real. And these dudes taught you certain ways. You had to move a certain way. You know, it hasn't changed all up now, but the people that were taught that still here. You know, hurt people. Them people that have been hurt and went through those time, that era, they still here. And they had kids. And they had kids, now them kids had kids, so now they grandparents. What word they giving them? I'm gonna charge a wife for talking about this. Let me play this. She cannot play it. But I don't mess it up.
For the black people that have to die off, there's nothing that God can do with those 30 and under. They don't know how to pray. Well, who we gonna call out to? They don't know a God. They can't recite no scriptures. They don't know our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom. I mean, as a kid, nigga. So, homie, this is the generation of kids. They going to hell. They don't have no connection to God. Just the scariest group of black people I ever seen because they don't know God, huh? Our black kids don't have no protection. They don't have nobody standing in the gap for them and God. They just on their own, nigga. Listen, they have to go to jail and they have to die because there ain't nothing God can do with them. Why do you think there's so many young people dying today? We ain't never seen this before. We ain't never seen young. They have to because there ain't nothing God can do with these hearts of young people because of the fruit that they come from. The seed and the fruit is all the same. Some of these little people ain't never had a hug from Big Mama. They grandmama said, I'm too young to be a goddamn grandmama. Call me mama. Don't call me grandmama. Grandmama ain't gonna be young bitch. Don't want to be called grandmama.
Nah, real shit.
So, nigga, you can't just go up and lay your head on the tip. What the fuck you want? Why I'm taking you goddamn kid? I'll be happy your mama come get you. They being rejected like straight off. Get away, mother. Get. Nobody's hugging and nurturing and breathing life into these little black motherfuckers, homie. So, this is what I'm saying. Get out the way of God. Go get the ones that ain't got no problems. The ones with the problem. If you let them get 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 with that anger and that hate, and it reaches their body size, they'll hurt you for trying to correct them. They'll hurt you for trying to correct them.
Real shit.
That's scripture. Fools hate to be corrected. If children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear. So if you want to look at black children and look at the problem of black children, go look at the black social media platforms and see what the adult black people are doing on the social media platform. And then you'll see why the black children are the way they are. They are mimicking the same behaviors. We just not killing one another, but we killing one another's souls and spirits on these lines and apps. Social media platform.
We ain't back in the day, we was killing. Like you said, we killing people's souls. The power of the tongue, the power of the word. You getting on here hurt. And I've been hurt before, man. I've been hurt. That's why it took me a long time not to come on here and talk, because I don't want to spread no hate. I don't want to leave nobody wrong with nothing that I say. That's why I like talking about how we can get better. This money game, how we learn this system. You know, I really can just go on that. I really don't even want to speak on God and stuff, but you know, you need certain words in that Bible that can guide you, but the right one. Now, he said, devil, I don't believe in no devil, but hey, that's his word. But I'm just saying, reading that Bible is a way. It's a way. That's why I say spiritual health, physical health, mental health, and financial. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Stats and stuff can lie, but you got to go search, seek, and you shall find. Seek, that means you got to question everything. How you was raised. When I'm with my kids, last night we were with my kids, and my kids, I tell them that tell my dad, you control. I say, tell me when I've been controlling. Tell me when I done control. So he started, well, Daddy, I said, this is my house. Tell me if I'm teaching you, or I'm forcing you, or I'm controlling you. Which one is it? I said, I remember when I was young, I couldn't even open my mouth and say, hey, this, that. I said, tell me when I've been wrong, I've been teaching you something wrong, or telling you something wrong, and I'm giving you guidance. I tell him, I said, man, my grandmother, I said, I got whooped with a switch, bro. He said, Dad, did you ever feel that you got a whooping, that you didn't deserve a whooping? I said, man, I never felt I didn't deserve. Every whooping I got, I deserved. Well, how you going to, I say, because I did something they told me not to do. No matter what, they told me not to do it. I say, right now to this day, I say, when I whoop y'all, what's the first thing I do? It done built up. I do exactly like my grandmother used to do. She let it build up. I told you, boy. And then when she say, I'm going to get you, she going to get you. She going to get you good. Because she going to get you and tell you that I promise you, when I'm done with you, you ain't going to never do that again. And after she whoop you, she'll come here and tell you, come here, boy. Now, you know I love you. You know what I did, why I did, to tell you exactly what I did. Didn't I tell you, she had my grandmother curse. I tell you, this bitch not to do it. Give me a hug you, give you a little something, have some candy, might give you a little that nickels, and then he'll say, don't tell nobody I did that to you. And then she'll get it one little last thing, look at you. You do that shit again, I'm gonna beat your ass again. You know what I'm saying? She would tell you that. I tell my son that I learned, I say, even in the job, I say, look, you can make one mistake. You can do this one thing, but you can't do the same thing again. So that's in life, work, whatever. That was you teaching me. You can make a mistake. You can't make it twice. There's going to be consequences in it. But anyway, like she said, like Charles said, people, they mimic what they see. They see, hear, and touch. I didn't get that. I had kids. I done raised people, kids, raised my own kids. They see you, they hear you, they touch. So they see what you're doing. You smoking, you drinking. My uncles now, they used to drink, smoke. My old great uncles. And I remember my mom would tell me, she said, boy, listen, you know, hey, that gene, you got a gene in your body. You might not want to do no alcohol. That runs in our body, in our genetics. You might not want to drink like that. Even my old man, I said, man, drinking. And I remember my dad would tell me, like, come here, let me talk to you. He said, I don't like, I drink. He said, have you ever seen me just drunk, falling all over? Like, nah, Dad. No, I ain't never seen you do that. So you ain't never seen me do that. So that's it. How you gonna be cogging to anything? How you gonna protect your family now? You walking around drunk. I said, bad. Teaching, guidance, wrong to right. See, at that time, you were teaching. We had to have survival skills in the time we grew up. We had to learn how to survive through certain things in that growing up. Even fighting. I was fighting, man. If you know me, people know me, I was a fighter all the time, fighting ready. I remember my old man would tell me, he said, listen here, son, you are not going to make it through fighting like this all the time. You're not going to make it. Now, I'm not saying you can't fight, but you ain't going to be able to fight everybody. You don't have to fight it. He said, a man can look at you and tell you, hey, by looking at you and tell you, I don't want you ain't got to go fight. You just look and don't say nothing. The way you move, the way you look at somebody, even how you walk. I said, man, I started listening. I'm like, he right. And that's how I carry myself. But see, when I started carrying myself like that, I didn't know how to turn it off. I didn't know how to turn it off. I had to be that all the time. I had to learn that, man, you don't have to be that person all the time. See, again, the environment where I came from, I didn't know how to shut it off. So I was that person, always ready. Always ready. Always on. Defense mechanism. I'm like, man, My own cousin, man. If you say that, I'm telling you, I'm going to bust you dead in your mouth. I was on like that. I'm like, man, hey, what? I had to learn how to say, wait a minute. I'm in my third. I'm telling my wife asked me, why you walk around with your fist balled up? Why you walk around the club with a bottle in your hand? Because I stayed ready. So I'm saying to young people, I got young boys. I got 3 boys. I got nephews. Do I supposed to pass that on to them? Because the environment I was in ain't there no more. When I grew up, it was always something. We was in the neighborhood fighting all the time, this, drugs. That ain't there no more. I don't live in that area. So how am I teach my kids? What I'm going to take them for? What I'm telling them, all these war stories for them to tell them. Why would I want, then the girls and all that, why would I want my kids to walk out the door like I walked out the door? And when I walked out the door, I had a multitude of protection. I had people around me always in the neighborhood telling me, hey, young man, come here. See, I was raised, I had a foundation. When strong people talk to you, shut up and listen. I wasn't like these kids going to talk. My kids right now, they be talking, I be like, boy, back in the day, man, your mama would have threw something at you, man. It hit you across, I don't care what they had, will pop you in your mouth. I seen my grandmother grow up, my grandmother and my mama's them. Listen, my mama, my uncle, she had 10 kids. These my uncles, these men. They got their own house. These women got their own business. My grandmother come in that house and she say something to them, and she say, "Hey, did you hear what I said?" And the next thing come out their mouth is, "Yes, mama." It was no, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm grown. You can't." No, it was, "Yes, mama." I thought my grandmother, man, a woman. Then she had brothers. My uncles and great uncles had brothers that, man, they were drunks. If they were drunk, you still didn't want to see them. You still. I got uncles that didn't play. I'm saying that I didn't have to go in those streets. It was right there in my house. I had to go nowhere. I had uncles that didn't. You hear the stories of them. They did not. When they said something, they meant it. And I went around men like that. But it was different times than now. These kids right here, social media is guiding these kids and people that's, like you say, born in the 60s, 70s, 80s. We damaged. We hurt. We got some issues with it. Hurt people hurt people. And hurt people go get help. Like me, I tell people I've been a counselor. I did all marriage counseling, one-on-one counseling. I had a thing stint in Colorado that I had for domestic violence. Me and my wife got into ex-wife. I had to go 36 months. I think, 36, was it months or weeks, whatever. I had to do a counseling class with counseling every week. Every week. I used to be mad as hell. Every week. And they started telling me things. And I'm mad. I don't want to talk. You got to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't belong here. This is what I'm telling you. I don't belong here because I'm still with my fist balled up. I don't belong here. How you going to tell me what to do? But see, along that way, nobody taught me how to be married. I ain't seen no good marriage. I seen trouble. I seen people going to work. I ain't seen no emotions. I ain't know how you supposed to talk, how you supposed to uplift. Nobody was showing me that. They showed me how to live. Love on me. My grandfather and grandmother was old when I made it. Older people, they weren't even sleeping in the same bed. I come from a single mother that ruled with an iron fist. And hey, you do what I say, So when I started seeing the marriage, started learning, reading, and teaching, get the book you had to read. Now then you got to sit there. We couldn't say old lady. We had to say certain things they're telling you. Then you say, man, nah, she made me do. Ain't nobody can't make you. Nah, you don't understand. Nobody can't make you do nothing. You have control over every decision you make. I couldn't separate that. I had to learn how to separate that. Then I had to learn how to. But people has told me. Now I'm a kid. I'm growing up. I'm fighting. I'm doing this. And my parents, my own parents, they love me. Boy, you bad, man. You trouble. I remember my grandmother tell me one day, you know, man, saved my life. She said, Keith, boy, I had a dream you got stabbed to death. I said, what? She said, baby, I had a dream. You got stabbed to death. So it was so much blood. It was just all blood. And she was telling me a story. I'm like, man, I said, oh, she'll come in another day. Keep that dream, boy. I remember, and I said it, my mom was in there. My grandmother came and, oh, baby. She started telling me that story, man. And like I said, I ain't never disrespect my money, but I was like, Mom, I don't hear that shit. And my grandmother say, what? My mom said, jumped up. Grandmother said, stop, Reed. Hold up. Wait a minute. She said, nah, don't touch him. Don't say it. He said, you're right, baby. It was me. I should have been telling you that. I've been telling you that, and I didn't hear it. But it's a true story. One day, I had a fight with a dude. He know who he is. You know, he still live here. He live in Texas. He wanted to fight. I fought. I whooped him bad. Whooped him. He fought again, whooped him. Went to jail. He went off. Years later, came back. Years later, came back. He remembered me. We at high school. It was in the junior high. This high school, he still got that on his mind. Like, nigga, something would not let me get that dude. Not saying me, I want to fight anybody, but something was like, I'm like, whatever, talking. And I know I'll whoop him. I know, but he was talking so hard, I'm like, ain't no way he think he gonna whoop me. I know he can't. He know I would mess him up, man, for real. I mean, man, but something say, no, pause. I go by. He talking. I mean, one day I was with my girl, and he called my girl all kind of bees. And I mean, like I said again, where I'm from, man, you don't let that go. But something, you kept saying, pause. So this one, I go to my mom. I tell my mom about it. I said, Mom, man, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This dude keep on, taunting me. And I'm like, I'm trying to do right. Because when I get hold of him, I'm telling you, I'm going to put everything I have on this nigga. I'm telling you, I'm going to put him to sleep. That's how mad I done let him make it to me. My mom said, go pray. I said, Mama, do you hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you what's going on with this. She said, didn't I tell you go pray? I said, Mama, I don't want to hear about no prayer. I said, I'm coming to you, and you talking about praying. Pray to who? She said, listen to me. I'm told your ass to go pray about it. Don't come to me and tell me, now, if you don't want to do it, do what you want to do. Do what you're going to do. And I'm done with it. Close your mouth. I shut up. Now, I sit back. I'm in my room. I said, let me pray about it. I get on my knees and start praying. Like, man, Lord, I need you. My grandfather taught me how to pray. I'm praying and talking to him. So I get up. A few days come by. I'm walking. I'm going to my girl's house. The dude riding by. He on the bike. I see him. I say, if today he say something to me, Lord, forgive. I'm telling you. It's just me. Ain't nobody out there but me and him. He rolled right by me on that bike. True story. Rolled right by me. And I'm like, the hell? Pay no mind. Old days go by. These dudes stabbed this dude to death. Went back to jail. Blood everywhere. Now, back then, I didn't think about it, but as older, God let you see things. Like I show you, I move my hand. Boy, move the hand of God. Like, now, remember, my grandmother tell me that story. We got a choice in this matter. Like you say, you got a choice to make. You are in control of everything. You have a decision to make. I tell my kids that. I say, listen to me, my boy, I done did everything wrong. I got a book right now to tell you everything I done did wrong. You don't have to go that way. I know where all the trip wires at. I know where all the landmines at. I know where all of them at. You ain't got to go that way. I said, everything I told you was not perfect. So I tell you, be better than me, because I wasn't that great at times. Wasn't. So all we can do is go forward now and try to find a better way. And my way is, all the stuff that I did wrong, I can show you not to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say, I'm sorry, Daddy, because I already got it. I got it for you. And we're going to sit here and we're going to figure it out together. That my kids don't have no grandmother like I have. They don't have no grandfather, Papa, and Mama Lena. They don't have that. So I can't expect them. They got uncles like that. They got one brother. He live in another state. They don't have that. So I got to be. All the things the Most High done taught me, all the things my grandfather, all the things my uncles, all the mentors, Pot Sam, my partner, this dude named Chase, all these that God put in my life and guided me in these 57, about to be 58 years, I can use. Not just for my kids, for yours. All the counseling I've been through, all the stints of being locked up in the military, all the plus being around all these different people from all kind of states. Being in the military, I've been around Texas, Louisiana, El Paso, Colorado, Atlanta, Chicago, all these. And I'm telling you, most people that go in the military, especially in the South, ain't come from no good place. Then I met white people from Kentucky and all these other places, Iowa, and I met all kind of different kind of people. But all kind of different cultures, all be from Africa, all over. I met all these people while you sitting there, your little world. And I took my small thinking and got around those people. I took my small thinking, my attitude, my fighting, and I said, I'm going to go in here in that big old melting pot, that big old pool, and think that I'm going to exist like that. Because what happened is, that person I would put myself around, the same people that I was at home. Same people with the same mentality, that's angry, that want to get in trouble, that ain't going, and see, I started putting myself with those people, because this is all I know, this is who I am. I feel comfortable around them type of people. And then I wonder why I kept getting in trouble. No matter what my foundation I had a mother, I had a father that loved me, a grandmother out. I put myself in that environment around them same people. But listen, I can call my pops. Hey, got a question. Wasn't the best pop, wasn't the best. I said, but when I need, I can call them. I called my mom. My papa, my stepmother, I can call. I had aunties, I had people that I can call and say, hey. And they might just give me that little word and say, hey. They can hear my voice and say, man, you don't sound the same. Now I'm good. You ain't good. I can hear it. Like I know you. You ain't all excited. Your voice ain't, what's going on? That I can trust them and talk to them. And call them fools that was acting crazy, ready to just go. Hey, man, let's go. I'm with you. Who do you call? Who gonna guide you? Who gonna give you that story? Who gonna tell you? Who you got? These young people got to tell. And they on their social media. I told them, people say, why you on social media? Because my kids go on to social media. They listen to social media. I remember the first time my daughter said, I said, man, where you get that from? Dad, that was on TikTok. I mean, she loved it. I'm like, what? Why the hell you choose TikTok, man? And no matter what I say, I'm saying TikTok, all of us there. I said, well, I got to be a part of TikTok and Facebook. And so I got to be saying, now, I got to put tip my toe in this big old thing, this big old ocean of water, negative, whatever, and say, wait a minute. And I'm going to connect with one. They friends, they come to my house. You want, Mr. Keith, I saw you. I said, what did you hear? I mean, my voice got to be loud. My kids like, Daddy, why you always hollering and cursing? Because I want you to hear my voice before you hear anybody. When you sit up there and that shit, you about to, you might not want to do that. There's consequences when you do that. You gonna drop a bag over there. Listen there, player. Do you about to no. I know what they did to you, but look at the big picture. Remember what we talked about? What we said we gotta do? Yeah, not that one. Let them make it. Give it to them. Let them have it, isn't it? Hey, we good over here. Yeah, Daddy played the tough role. You ain't got to be tough. Daddy did the fighting. You ain't got to be the fighter. You all the stuff. You ain't got to be no. We ain't been no dummies. We ain't buying all the shoes and jewelry. We ain't about to do it. Daddy, I got that problem. I love it. I don't want you to be addicted to those things. You don't have to be. We're gonna take your money. We're gonna put it somewhere in something. We're gonna let it grow. I have a goal with my kids. I say, that first $100,000 y'all make, listen to me. You got to 30 to make $100,000 put up. They said, what, Daddy? I said, you got to 30. I need you to have $100,000. Okay, how? So we're going to put these numbers together and fit. Men lie, women lie. We got to put these numbers together. You graduate, you 18. You got to 30. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it. Come here, let me show you this. Let me introduce you to something. Let me show you some different vehicles. Let me show you. Now, you can work all your days. You can go take trips and powder with all your people, but look what you're doing. You ain't gave yourself nothing. The best person to take care of who? The old you is the young you. The best person to take care of the old you is the young you. Now, how do we take care of the old you? See, remember I told you them decisions I was making, getting in trouble, fighting, all that, going to jail, arguing with your wife, I got pregnant, got married when I was 19, had a kid, all these stuff. See, that's a lot of that's hurting the old you. Put a lot of stress on the old you. The young you. You can't focus. Don't get me wrong, you make mistakes in that, but we still need to focus. We need to get a foundation. Again, spiritually, the Most High, all praises to the Most High. Physically, we got to work out, man. That's longevity. Your daddy had cancer. I tell you, how did I survive? You working out. I seen you working out. See, you see, hear, and touch. You see why? What they told me, man. Hey, we can save you. So we know physical is important. Mental. I done told you all the stuff mentally that I went through, counseling and stuff. What's wrong? We can go get a counselor together right now. But hey, and then finance. See, all these things, money solve all things. This is what money is for, to solve things. It ain't no person. See, these things. So if I need to go get some counsel, I need to go pay some I need to go take care of things about that. I need money. So I need to understand how money works. But in my neighborhood, when I grew up, money is the root of all evil. So we just gave our money away for everything. We gave our money to the church. We gave our money to people. No, we're going to do it different. We're going to start showing how to do, these different vehicles. We got to go to the money. So what I'm saying for the young people, what I'm saying about what Charles was saying, we got to teach these kids, these young men, a new way, because it's a new era. And our older people, older kids like us, we don't want to learn a new way. He just said we don't want to read. All we was taught back then is to stay. We was taught to play defense. Don't get in no trouble. Which was good. Don't do this. Don't do that. Fear. Our offense was to get a job. Our offense was to go to college. Our offense was to buy you a car, get you a house, and the American dream. That's a few plays. Get you a part-time job. Work 2 jobs. But it wasn't working. But you got a nice car. Go get you a nice little drink, hang out. Hey, watch sports. Go gamble. Go play the lot. Go to the casino. Play some numbers. That's what we was taught. So now, this way it don't work that way no more. The world has changed. And see, change is not people don't want to change. See, now I go back to me. All my life when I said I got in trouble, I went from Louisiana to Texas. I had to go to Louisiana, Texas with no family, no friends, no cousins, no uncles, no grandma, no nothing. I had to meet new people. Then I had to go to college. I had to meet new people, roommates. Then I had to go to military. I had to meet new. So all this stuff, I was changing so much. Going to different states, different places. I had to change. But you sitting in that same old environment, same old thing, and thinking, is this how I am? No, you don't have to be there. See, an apple tree can be an apple tree. A pear tree can be a pear tree. We as humans, we can be whatever we want to be. Everybody tell my kids, you can be whatever you want to be. So the question is, how do we figure out what you want to be? What is your purpose? Well, Daddy, what you mean, what's your purpose? I say, the bees, you see that bumblebee? It's going to fly and go find a flower, go into a flower. And when they fly in that flower, getting that pollen starts, the wind blow the pollen. I say, everything have order, something to do. Everything, laws, statutes, and commandments. They got laws that they got to follow. So if he made laws for the bees, the birds, the trees don't ask, how high should I go? I said, that tree in my front, y'all got 2 of them. Don't I got to cut it? It don't just get to the point to stop. It go. It go towards the house. The grass don't say how high I need to grow. It's happening. That carbon dioxide, but we hear everything, so we have a purpose. What is your purpose? So now, money, that's a byproduct of everything else. That's a byproduct of living, doing right, getting that money. We can do that. Hey, 2 + 2 is 4. It's a number game systems. You know what I'm saying? It's a discipline. That's what it's a responsibility. We can learn that part right there. But your character, your focus, your foundation. I see that tree in front of my yard right here, son. Look at it. You've been here. We've been here 20 years. I said, remember how that tree was? That you were tall as that tree. I said, they planted that tree. Look at it now. Now, let's say that now, when you plant that seed in that tree, when they planted that tree had to go down in the mud. I said, remember how I had to dig that hole in the yard, how hard that dirt was, that red clay in Texas? Yeah, I had to go down, and in that dirt, it had some cracking in the dirt. It was wet and muggy. It was dark. Before it came up, it went down. And it kept spreading. It kept spreading and it breaking the ground. And sometimes it broke it off and then it went another way. But it kept finding a way. I said, once it got set, what it started doing? It started poking out the grass, out the ground, and coming up. It started reaching for the sun. That's life, man. But it's built a foundation. I said, now, it's 20 years later. That tree's still there because it got a strong foundation. We're going to build a strong foundation. Because when things do come, when them storms do come, and that rain here, that you're going to stand and your foundation is strong. I just went through a story about foundation. I made a lot of mistakes. But at foundation, I knew the Most High. That's a word. So the young men don't have that. I know. I see it. When I lived in Texas, I seen family. I started meeting guys that had no grandmother, no aunties, no uncles, no family. I met guys that just like, you go to their house, they ain't have no food in the refrigerator. I never had to deal with no. I mean, one time to get in the army, we'll talk about growing up, and the dude started telling me like, around the guy, man, Fletcher, you know, because I guess I told hard, I do. And he said, man, Fletcher, tell him, man, sometimes, man, you come home, man, no refrigerator, lights cut off, and, man, you have nothing in the refrigerator but some milk. You have to put water and just make the milk last. I said, wait a minute, hold on, no, I don't know nothing about no life like that, bro. I'm sorry, you got me confused. I don't look at my son. I never lived like that. I can go eat at aunties and uncles. I always ate well. My mom ain't never had to lose no lights. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but no, I don't know nothing outside. But it got people that's out there like that. I had friends like that. People that, young girls growing up like that. And see, them again, those people that grew up like that went through trauma themselves, all of them ain't bad, but saying their situation dictated it then. Now they done came mothers. And their kids done came mothers and sons, and they done had kids. And now they grandmothers, and they was going through like, what did they teach? They ain't had that foundation. And they trying to survive, and to be somebody to survive, you be hurt, and hurt people. See, back in my day, man, embarrassment, man, you was embarrassed. See, embarrassment, y'all kids don't care about it, but embarrassment, you're embarrassed about how you look, with your clothes. You're embarrassed about you're not working, you ain't got no good money, you got to fake. And then, see, the 90s came and we started faking and started putting on like you got something, man. You start see, that's when that credit system came. Now we can go buy more. Now we're addicted to things because we can't get the other things. Again, my grandfather used to sit up. He was a blind man. He would count money and everything. He would talk to us about money and savings and all that stuff. That's why it's so easy for me. Like things I look at my life, I seen things in life make me save money, make me put money away. So when I be talking to somebody about, hey man, let me show you how to get your money, grow your money. First, we got to get out of debt. Then, see, you start talking so fast, but you got to go deeper than that because you don't understand where people come from. I used to train people. I would tell somebody, hey, man, you stop doing this, stop drinking, stop smoking, or you stop eating this. And then the thing that you realize her and her husband or spouse, that's the only time they had together. And you done came and took that from them. Now it's a problem. So we grown-ass people going through this, having issues, having messed up credit problems, stressing, and all. What are your kids going through? Because they see, hear, and touch what you do. Now, you done told them something, they going to follow your rules, your ways, and try to dictate, be like you. So you complaining all the time about bills. You complain about the president. You complain about everything. Because your situation, because you don't know a better way. And you mad because you don't know a better way. And you ain't got time to figure out because you don't want to learn a better way. And your kids, is more detriment to your kids seeing they're going to do the same thing. So again, I get on Facebook. I know I talk long and stuff like that, but I'm trying to tell the truth because a lot of people ain't going to tell the truth. Everybody just making all kind of money and their life is just great. Their kids are perfect. That's my wife. My wife, she's going, my kids, we got some really good kids. And this. I was like, no. They all right. They got some work to do. I tell my kid, they be like, Daddy, I said, look, I got high expectations. And y'all been failing. Well, Daddy, you know you can get, I say, man, I ain't got to give you nothing. I'm going to say, life ain't going to give you nothing. Nobody going to give you. I'm telling you it's because of the standards. I have certain standards. I don't care what they do on the outside. See, you worrying about the outside. I have never told nobody told me to dream of what to dream, how to, no, I told to do something. I'm going to tell you to do something, and I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there with you, baby. We're going to ride, but the expectations are very high. My time is very valuable. I don't have that much time on this earth to teach you this. A lot of people don't have their fathers. You don't understand. My grandmother said, you'll learn by and by. They don't have no father. They don't have no uncles. They don't have no grandfather. They don't have that. Stop worrying about what you do on TikTok and whoever else. I don't care about that. I don't care about what my mama say, my daddy say no more. I'm past that. The word done changed on them. They gave me a foundation. My grandma, I use that, but I can't teach mine the same way they taught me. Because I'm supposed to be better. I'm supposed to do better so I can have better. I'm supposed to be better than my mom and dad. That's the way it up. I tell my kid, what I have ain't nothing. Don't look at this. You supposed to be way better than me. You supposed to do better than me. You have better, because I want you to do that for my next generation is yours. You are the seed. I want you, but I put in you, you're going to put in my grandkids, and then they're going to put in their kids. So it's on. That's how I keep on going on. A success. And the Most High asks you to give you stuff to manage stuff. See, we want to sit on what won't you ain't getting nothing if you can't manage a little bit you got. So now, I go back to my son saying, force me or teach me. I'm teaching. So tell me when I controlled you. Because once you leave this house, you can do it your way. I tell them right now, my older kids, I don't go to their house. That's why you don't go there, because they want to do it their way. And that's their house to do it their way. Because I told them, when you go up and no man, my daddy told me, hey, don't let nobody come and tell you what to do in your house. I couldn't tell my grandmother what to do. And when I went from my mama house to my grandmother's house, 2 different rules. And they home. When I came to live with my daddy, 2 different rules. And I respect that. That's a belief system. Now, you have a home, this is my belief system. You don't have to follow the belief system. When you leave here, when you decide to go on your own, that's your belief system. I had to choose, hey, I don't want to be a part of that one. I don't want to. I wish you well. How you talking? Hey, how you doing? I love you. I just don't agree with that. I tell my kids, I tell my daughter, the daddy, I say, I don't let anybody in here. Because anybody in there come and tell you something and they persuade you. I let them spirits, but I let them things in there, and it ain't a spirit, but that those things hurt people. So I let that hurt inside here. And you see something from that person that's hurt. You hear that person, the guy, that can get into you. I gotta check that. Nah, bro, hold on. Wait a minute. What did you just say? My kids around me? No. Hey, man, you can, no, I'm an instant, on the spot correction. That's a standard. You don't like it, don't come over. That's what we need to do for our kids, man. We got to be honest, because they the next generation. Hey, our shit is done. You still trying to drive nice cars and show them, and you can't even show them how did you? We are 50. It's 2026. We still don't know how to buy a home. We don't know the right way to buy a home. We don't know the right way to buy a car. We don't know how to use a credit card still. Our credit score still 620. Average credit score is 620. We don't know nothing about no credit. We don't understand no leverage. We don't understand. I've been talking to people that don't even know what a broker's account is. What is I don't know. Whatever. We ain't doing no investing. We ain't doing nothing. We don't know how to save. So again, I'm sorry it don't have nothing to do with you, but now you gonna sit there and tell your kid that you don't know how they gonna know. They supposed to learn in school. They ain't teaching that shit in school. No, they not. So who they gonna learn from? You ain't talking about your relationship or marriage or who they going? Hey, let's go get some counseling. Get you some counseling. Understand? We gotta learn how do we buy a business? How do we get a business? Well, I don't know. Why would you tell that boy to do that? He gonna lose everything. And what's your risk tolerance? That's what I tell my son. I say, Daddy, I say, now, my risk tolerance, your risk tolerance different. My age is, I'm different than yours. I got the lint out my pocket on something. I'm going for it. I done calculated the risk. I'm going. Because I understand what money is now. I thought money was to buy things. You know what I'm saying? Buy things and put it on and wear it and show everybody, look at me, look at it. We look successful. No, I done learned a whole different way, son. First of all, them people don't mean nothing. They don't care about you. They're not understanding why you worrying about that. No. We ain't got to impress nobody. The only person we got to answer to is one person, the Most High. And if you find his laws, statutes, commandments, you'll be all right. Not mine. Now, we're going to teach you how to get a vision. We're going to teach you how to plan. We're going to teach you how to manage what the Most High gives you. And then we're going to teach you how to multiply it. We're going to teach you how to be valuable. And then that's all the older you. And then now you have the million. Then we're going to start over again. What year level? We're going to teach you how to be valuable. We're going to teach you how to multiply. Then we're going to teach you how to have a million net. That's how we're going to have these young people. That's it. The Most High told me, hey, when he told Abraham, hey, I told Abraham to leave his family and friends. You got to leave them. We got some better direction for you. Then he showed me, hey, when the Israelites were lost in the day, I told him to go do something. I said, hey, go take over that land. See, Most High done told you to do something. And you said, nah, I feel let you stop. I don't want to do that. No. He done showed us all. But you'll sit up and say, oh, God, boy, look what God did for me. You want to choose and pick when God, but when some get it, you say, no, that God. So he said, okay, you don't want to take it. I'm going to get you 40 more years to be lost, traveling, moving. The promised land right there. And them 40 years, guess what he did? He let them old ones die off. The weak-minded one die off. The ones kept talking about, let's go back to Egypt. He let them die off. And then when all of them was gone, he let them conquer come in. So what it's saying is, it's not the young people. It's us. It's us. And we don't know how this world works. We don't know what GDP is. We don't know how the bond rate. We don't know none of these things that cause people to do what they doing. And you want to get on here and tell somebody because you've been hurt. That man that made you a nurse, you done ran through you, you done had them kids, you know, baby, you got multiple baby daddies, you on sex, you want to get on here. Your fruit should bear. You should show, he said, your fruit should be shown. I just can't give it to the kids, man. Them kids, they kids. They don't know better. I was a kid. I was told something about me, but where did it come from? Where did I learn these things from? Some people, well, kids just come out messed up. Nah, it's a damn lie, man. The kids see and hear and touch you. They see you, or they see your family member, or they see somebody that did something. That's why they the way they hurt people, hurt people. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. That's it. I'm just trying to raise minds, man. On here, my family, mine. And when I raise mine, the reason I want to raise mine, because if I do get, let's say I do get them right, one of yours can come up and kill mine. Or just say, mine, you get yours right. Do you want one of mine to come mess up your life? You want my boy, I got boys and girls, you want my son to come, I ain't teach him nothing, to come get your good girl that you done raise in, good, and they destroy your child life. I don't want that. You don't want that. I don't, but the more the good people, man, the more the good people need to be on here talking and trying to say it and get it there. And you check your kids out there, and even when we don't know, we come together as a community and say, I don't know, I need some help, I don't know how to do this, I don't know. Hey, come here, I got it. I do it all the time. I know I talk. The reason I get on here because I do this. I'm not just doing it on fair. I do it in person. I'm going to grab, hey, come here, let me talk to you, young man. Boy, you ready to take that? You know where you're going, huh? You got some tough people out there where you going. There's some people that you think tough. You ain't seen. You ain't tough. You ain't seen no. I tell my son, we talking about dude got into it and the police came. I said, man, where I grew up, man, listen to me. I don't give a damn if the police standing right there, nigga will still knock you out in front of the police. They will go lay down. I'm going to lay down. I've been that. I'm going to lay down. I can take that. They already know the system. I'm going to bail out. He better not show up. You'll be seeing that person. Everywhere they go, they have to see you. They be like, oh, I ain't showing up. That nigga, hey, you better not be up. His wife, I seen some be scared to death. There's some people out there that you do not. So you not tough, bro. You talking on this internet like you tough. There's some people that really will see you. That's why I like Charles White, man. This dude is skinny. He really for real. Comes. Because, again, look at these shows. We so scared of the police. You can shoot up a whole house, kill a whole family, black family. Boy, but you see them lights and them police coming, them white police come. Boy, oh, Lord Jesus, they throw everything down. Boy, you done killed the mama, the daddy, the woman, the kid. And won't kill yourself. But then when no police come, you ain't going to shoot one round. You just, I give up. They ain't had no shootout. You don't kill out, but won't shoot out with the police. I don't get it. If you gonna be tough and be hard, it's all the way. I done seen dudes shoot it out with the police and all that. Hey, I'm going for a reason. They got people out there hurt like that. Some fools like that. And you meet these dudes like, on this thing talking to them, and I'm telling my son, hey, bro, man, don't listen to that foolish. Because real gangs don't do this. A person that really want to get ain't going to tell nobody. It's going to be unsolved. It's going to be unsolved. They're going to be like, we don't know who did that. So let's not play. Let's go get this money. Let's go find a way. You just don't know a way. You just stuck. You just know to go work at McDonald's, and that's all. Your attitude bad. You don't know how to dress. You don't know. Let me show you another way. You weren't taught. I know you thought you were going to go to school and get out and be a millionaire. You thought you were going to be, let me show you another way. I know football didn't work for you. They told you it was great, and then you get out there, you don't know. But let me show you another way. It's other ways. Let me get you in the vehicle. Let me show you. You know you're still going to be rich, right? You're still going to be a millionaire, right? You know it's another way. That ain't the only way. You know your money can be working harder than you. I'm going to show you something your mom and daddy didn't show you. I know you just didn't know. Now we work together. Now I think two heads are better than one. That's two, then it's three. Then when they say when it's more than two, the Most High is always there. But He's always there anyway. So He guiding you. What are you going to do? So that means that you have a choice. It don't matter where you grew up at, who you raised wrong. You have a choice. Now you're going to be a victim and say, "Woe is me," and cry, and the Most High done sent you all kind of people, all kind of opportunities that you didn't recognize. He been trying to get your attention. So that's it. Let me get out of here and get my workout on. I put a workout. I'm in the mode. But I just want to say, man, I hear about the, I do for the kids, man. I got kids, and I'm telling you, I just like, oh my God. And I nothing take nothing from my wife. I just say, man, I be telling her, like, because I had stage 4 cancer. My son was 10, and my twins was 6. And we talk about that, like, what if I wasn't here? They talk about mama would change. I said, your mama been the way she is. See, that mama night, she wouldn't change like that. I'm the hammer. I'm the guy, I'm the discipliner, the discipline, everything. She play her role, but your mom, that's who your mom is. So, right now, we arguing. It takes 2 people, man, to deal with the kids. If you don't want to be, at least be a co-parent or whatever, but at the end of the day, your kids see, hear, and touch. They see y'all arguing. They see y'all can't get along. They see y'all this. They going to do the same damn thing. I'm telling you, I don't care what. I mean, you in your mind, they don't see me. I don't never argue. You arguing with them. You lying. You doing, I did it. I used to say the same thing. Well, they don't know what I'm doing. They don't understand. That's between, and then we see, what's between me and my mom, between me? No, it ain't. It's not. It's going to affect them. Hurt people, hurt people. Kids are hurt. They're going to hurt. They're going to do the same. It's just breaking habits. I done hurt a lot of people. I hurt my mind. I hurt my first. I had to fix those things. My kid, I had to fix those things. I had to forgive myself. I had to really understand, and it was me, man. At first, I had to stop blaming everybody. I can't blame nobody. Now, how do I solve the problem? Yeah, your daddy, it don't matter, your daddy, your family, and all, they not going to forget. I'm telling you, the people are not going to forget. They still going to remind you, man, I remember, don't worry about what they say. All you can do is they see, they hear, they touch. Eventually, oh, my God. And they not going to tell you. Listen to me. They not going to say, you know what? Very few of them say, man, you done changed. I see. Very few going to say that. You might not never hear that. Again, God told Abraham, Abel, to leave his family. So that means it doesn't mean it. That don't mean it. Go do you. But you got to forgive yourself. And we're going to get on these kids, man. We can't get to the money, man. You can't get to no money because we are mentally messed up. They say mindset, it is. It's your environment out. Yeah, but you don't want to leave it. You don't want to change. Because there's going to be plenty of money out here. It's plenty of money out here. It's plenty of money out here. You just know one vehicle. You just know to go get a job. You don't know what, you know, want to get the job and struggle and pay these bills and how, that's all you know. Your mom and dad was saying the same shit. Their mom and dad was saying the same. Because you don't know no other way. But they told me to go to school. They told me to get a student loan. They told me to go to work. And it's not working, no. They told me I could have a car. They told me I deserved it. That's because they told you what, you're not doing it. You don't know a better way. Ain't nobody going to give you that. Seek and ye shall find. That's it, man. That's it. That's what for the children, man. We gotta get better as parents. We gotta be better as grandparents, as uncles, as big bros, and all that. We gotta get better. We, as a family, as a whole. And it starts in your home. You say, well, look, if you take care of yours, I take care of mine. It starts at our home. And if you don't know, say you don't know. Don't feel embarrassed about it. I know a lot of stuff. A lot of people came and told me something. I'm like, oh, man, yeah. Because I'm seeking, I want to get better. So let's get better. There's different ways. My little brother done told me, man, stuff, gave me game on stuff. I have friends that done gave me, that I trusted and gave me stuff, and I could look at, analyze. But I remember my brother, you tell me, when I first got it, especially investing And home, my brother would call me, tell me something. I'd be like, yeah. Why don't you do that? I said, why don't you just do that for me and send that to me? No. I want you to read for yourself, man, so you can better understand it for you. I said, man, I ain't got time for all that, bro. Come on, man. I'm not just saying, man, I can't do it like that. This the way I do it. You hear what he said? This the way I do it. I wanted it my way. I wanted the easy way. But when I started doing it his way, a different way, I started reading still, and I said, oh. See, my brother started something a long time before me. How I thought I was going to come in and be right where he at. No, I can't. I had to start with the base at the bottom. I had to go start page by page. Step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't skip a step. Nope, can't skip a step. Can't. And a lot of you want to skip. You don't want to do step 4 and 5. That's in everything. Life, money, kids. You want to just shoot up there and be rich and have the money and don't want to go through the steps. You don't want to spend the time. You don't want to take the hours. You don't want to do the service. You don't want to do none of that. You don't want to go through the fire. You just want, I ain't doing all that. And you want to dictate what you going to do, I ain't going to do. And that's why you keep going back. That's why our kids, they going to keep going. And it's just, see, that's the curse. It's a curse and a blessing. The Most High give you a blessing. He tell you, in Deuteronomy, he tell you, if you do these things, bam, 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 follow the law, statutes, and do, he tell you. But if you don't, you're going to be the curses. Look at your life and look at the curses. No man can save you. Nobody can go. And no one. Look at no man can save you from yours. You got to look and do it for yourself. And it's out there. So, hey, y'all have a good Saturday, man. I know the football game's coming on. College, man, it's got great NFL stuff is about to go on today. So y'all have a good one. And just put some money back. You heard me say, I told my kid, I want 100,000. I need you to get to 100,000 before you turn 30. What if they don't make 100,000? What if they make 70? It'll be good still, but we're gonna aim high. Might not hit that mark. 100,000. That ain't no money. I tell them that ain't no lot of money. You can do it. 10 years of sacrifice, a decade of sacrifice. But I'm gonna show you some vehicles that you can get in, that you ain't just gotta go to work and work yourself to death. You ain't gotta work 2 full-time jobs. You ain't got, Let's go to work. Hey, you have a good day, man.